Ladies and gentlemen, we have a trifecta. D-Day, baby, and it was a good one. Stay tuned.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
It's Ally Nasta. That was beautiful, ladies. Welcome, AfterBuzzers. We are so excited to talk about the finale, Decision Day, and we are 3 for 3. Who's shocked? I'm not. How about y'all?
I'm not.
I am also.
Tessa's shocked. I'm not. I called it.
Yes,
3 for 3.
Yes,
You did.
yes. All right, now before we get started, let's introduce ourselves. Hi guys, it's me, Heather Yerrid. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Heather Yerrid. Desola, where can they find you, darling?
What's up, you guys? I'm Desola Balogun. You can find me at DAYSHO_B. No, I spelled that wrong. You can find me at Desola_B. There you go.
Hey guys, it's Ally Nasta. You can find me on Twitter at Ally Nasta and on Instagram at Ally Girl.
Hey guys, I am so happy. I'm Tessa. You guys can find me on all social media at Tessa_Cevaal.
All right, let's get into it. Let's skip the whole process as we normally go through the show and start with the decisions.
Yes.
So, 3 for 3. We have A², married, Danielity, some of you call it Dandy, married, and Duhan Dynasty,
Married.
Woo, woo, woo. Congratulations to all the couples. All right, let's hear from Tessa, who is surprised. Tell us more about that.
Okay, as you guys all know, I didn't think Danielle and Cody would last, but I'm so excited you guys did. And I feel like I saw the most vulnerable sides of you that I've ever seen in this episode. Even though a lot of the footage I felt like wasn't new in this episode, the bites that we did see, especially sitting in the kitchen drinking the rosé, it felt the most real that it's ever felt for me before.
Ooh, very good.
And I don't know why, because it was such an anticlimactic setting and scene, but it just felt like, for the first time I could feel an equal energy of them trying.
Yes.
And I feel like it's been like this the whole time, and all of a sudden it was like, boom.
Yes, yes. My surprise with Cody's face, I tweeted them and asked, like, Cody, were you surprised to have her say yes? Because he looked shocked on that couch. Like, he literally was
did.
like, and even her face when she was looking at him of, like, what he was going to do, she was just like, are you ready? Like, what are you going to say? What are you going to say? Were you surprised? I feel like you were saying they were not going to last the majority.
I was surprised. I was in the car. I was watching, and and I was like, oh my god, like I was freaking out. I was getting really nervous. The commercials and the music were driving me crazy. Oh my, the music was
the
pissing me
commercials
off
so
so
much.
bad because I was
think
thinking,
I'm gonna doom commercial. It's like, no!
yeah. But and then the music like and I'm like, oh my god, what are they gonna do? And then they stayed together. I was very surprised about that one because even the way that they were talking, it didn't sound like they were gonna be together. They were like, he said something like, yeah, it'll always be a good memory or something, and I was like, oh, okay, he's already checked out, which I think he might have checked out until he heard her answer.
Oh, now that's
which
what
might
I
have
want to do.
changed what he thought. I also think that Anthony and Ashley, that one sounded a little off to me because Anthony, he didn't seem, when I was like, listening to him speak, it didn't sound like he was too sure. It sounded like he was gonna say no. I thought he was, and then she said yes, and then I feel like he seemed like someone that would have said it just to like not hurt her feelings. That's what it seemed like to me.
You know what I was wondering too is how many times they made them say that sentence. Like, you know what I mean? Because if you think about everything else.
Which one's that sentence? When you
Like
say that sentence.
what I mean, like they say, like, I will want to stay married to you or whatever. I do want to stay married with you. When they're saying that line to each other, I'm wondering how many times they cut them. Like, once they know their decisions, like, as the producer, I wonder how many times, like, that didn't sound good. Let's do it again. So I wonder if maybe it sounded like he wasn't interested or whatever, because what if he did it like 6 times? By the 6th time, he's like, yeah, let's do this. I want to get married. Like, come on. I've said this already 10 times.
I feel like with a moment like that, you don't do it that many times.
Yeah.
It's one of those moments you just
Go with it.
You
see how it
are
comes out.
prepared as you can be,
Yeah.
and you just shoot it.
I feel like he seemed like Anthony through and through. Anthony is always the level-headed one. He's always the damage control, let's make everything good. I feel like from the gate he was going to say yes.
Yeah.
So to me, I did not hear one doubt in mine. I think he was just chill about it because he didn't want to get emotional. I think he would have cried if it would have been on national TV.
And I like how he said, I love you after that. It was like we got something out of
Heather
it.
started bawling.
I did. I was crying so
I loved it.
hard.
I just want to say I'm very happy for all of you couples, but I kind of wish someone would have like not stayed together because no,
up.
only because
We still
no,
have next week. We still
no,
have next
only
week.
yeah, you're right, but only because of like for watching purposes. Because you're watching it and you're hoping like something needs to be like exciting. And everyone said we're gonna stay together, and I was like, "Yay!" And then I was like, "Oh well," but it would have been cool for someone to say no, only because it would have been really interesting.
No.
And it would have been cool if it was like Anthony and Ashley, just because we knew they were gonna stay together. You know what I mean?
See, I
just
feel like
for
we-
like some type
You
of
wanted
excitement.
a shock.
I
Yes.
feel, but we had the shock. The shock was Danielle and Cody
Cody.
staying
Yeah.
together.
But I feel like we all were kind of like, some weeks we say yes, they're gonna stay together. Some weeks we say no.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it was kind of like one of those
But
things.
This is Married at First Sight history. I just want to say for the record, for those of you that might be new to this season, Married at First Sight has just made history. We have never had 3 for 3. So the trifecta is brand new. After season 1,
that's true.
we had 2 couples stay married that are still married. Jamie and Doug are expecting. Congratulations on that. And then season 2 and season 3, disasters. No one stayed married. So season 4, we had the 2, and then season 5, 3, 4, 3. So
Yeah.
this is a big deal.
Well,
A
I
very
think,
big deal.
oh, sorry.
No.
Oh, no. Okay, so something that I did notice, too, is that we've mentioned many times throughout the season is that the experts, I could tell, had a different approach this time than they have any other season. The only thing that I will say that was a little fishy to me is that they kept saying and bringing up even this episode that Danielle and Cody are a perfect match because he
of
owns
the
a gym
gym.
and she's a nutritionist. I'm like, if those are the reasons that you put these 2 people together, like, that's not something that should be said over and over again. But, I mean, other than that, I will
Well,
say
they
that...
did that with everyone though.
I was waiting to hear Ally though.
Yeah.
As soon as we were watching it, and they said that she's a dietitian, he owns a gym. I was waiting for Ally to be
Because
like, what?
it's like, seriously, if I, like, oh, so if I have this job and my husband has just this job, this means we'll be compatible. It's like not necessarily.
But it's the same thing kind of with Nate and Sheila. They kept saying, "Oh, they're like we thought they'd
With
be a
their
match
religious
because they're both
values.
spiritual." There's a lot of people that are spiritual
Yeah.
that might not get along.
Right.
You know what I mean? So they pushed those 2 a lot, but it didn't really make.
yeah. But I don't
Much
want to
I feel
sense.
like that's because they try to make that their storyline the whole time.
Right.
Yeah,
of
everyone's
course,
got
they
a
have to have a
storyline. Let's
storyline.
see what the live chat
That's
saying.
exactly what I was
Yes.
gonna say. All right, hello everyone at home in the live chat. You guys are popping right now. They're kind of like iffy. Some people are happy, some people are not.
Ooh.
Lauren Etheridge says 3 for 3. No comment. No pun intended.
Ooh.
Jada406 says woohoo 3 for 3.
Yeah.
And Vlogs by Katie D says, anyone surprised with who decided to stay married? Cody and Danielle surprised me.
Well, you have 2 of these members here
Yeah.
that were very surprised.
They
as well,
surprised
so you're not
everyone.
alone.
Wait, can I say something about the surprise factor?
Yes.
I think one thing that the reason I was thinking they'd stay together is because even though it might have seemed like Cody was like trying to work more than Danielle, I could tell Danielle really, 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 really wanted to try to make it work. So I think she's really interested to see what the life after the cameras is going to be. Like they both had that curiosity. So that's what in my head kind of knew. I think that they're going to try to stay together just to see what it's like going to be like in a normal day-to-day basis.
So glad you brought that up. When it was going on, when she said her answer, I was like, well, I mean, why not? They already got married now. They're like, we might as well just keep
Right.
going and see how it is without the cameras. Cody did mention that also. He said,
Yeah.
it's been interesting with the cameras, but now that he said documenting is over,
Yeah.
they can really live their lives.
I disagree though, honestly, because I feel like for so long they both looked so uncomfortable all the time.
Like, tell me more. What do you mean when you say
Like
that?
Danielle just always looked uncomfortable when Cody would bring up the whole physical intimacy thing. For so long, she just looked so unsure to me, which is why I never thought they would make it because
Well-
she just always seemed 1 foot in, 1 foot out.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
how I always saw them.
I want to say this, and I don't remember at what part, but I did write this down. Okay, again, I'm very big on people coming into conversations or relationships and listening with a filter. You're going to have a judgment of somebody if you have a preconceived notions from someone else. So if you're listening with that filter, that means that you are going to be operating from that the entire time. And she said, on that couch, I
Yes.
did not plan on falling in love in the first 8 weeks. So in that moment, I was like, ooh, that's been a blocker for her the whole time.
Right.
So I think subconsciously that got in the way. If she would have walked in and had been like, instant attraction is there, married at first sight can exist, so can love at first sight, I think maybe her energy throughout the whole show would have been different. But Ally, I agree. I think at this point in the last 4 episodes, we saw her in just like, I'm going
Right.
to give it a chance because I got married in front of national TV. 110%.
Now, do you think Do you think these couples actually love each other? The ones that said "I love you."
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I don't
It's
know.
only been
There
8
was-
weeks. What do you mean?
but
Oh
there
yeah.
was
Oh,
something
come
happen.
on.
It can happen.
But let's be
please.
real, Deshola. Okay, has
No.
anybody ever gone on vacation and met the love of their life for a
No.
week, and then you leave and you realize, oh my gosh, I'm never gonna see them again, and then you you feel that, you feel that.
We've all watched movies. So is your life a
exactly.
movie?
No,
Has
but-
that happened?
but-
No, but I'm just
Yeah,
saying,
where we're
sometimes the stimulation of being around someone around that in that environment, and it's kind of like this honeymoon phase. It speeds along the process.
Yeah, but you said
100%.
in love for a week. That was the key words you said is what I'm trying to say.
Oh.
Have you ever been in love for
No.
a week with
I mean,
someone?
but
Okay, no, I haven't.
Because
But
of
I just-
instant attraction?
Ashley has said, she said it last week. She said there was an instant attraction. Like there was no awkward moment. So it is possible. Like
Yeah.
A squared absolutely had it. He had a dream, the dream of the flashlight and the A.
It was
No
all a
brainer.
dream.
No brainer. This was it. I want to get in. All right, so we talked about the decisions. We've heard from the live chat. I want to talk about the advice. So this was also something that was new this season. Everyone got to talk to somebody for advice. So we have Anthony and Ashley both talked to their parents. Ashley talked to her mom. Anthony talked to his dad. I found that a very, good. I like that they talked to their parents and their parents are objective. But I thought it was really cool, and again, another no-brainer that both of them already knew, no matter what we saw about their communication being surface on the show, clearly it wasn't, because they both knew the issues they had, and they shared that with their parents. Did you guys think that was like a big deal or a indicator that they were obviously communicating well and were going to stay together?
Well, what I would like to point out first, if you don't mind,
No, please.
is I felt like they had the healthiest, strongest connection, in my opinion.
Yes,
100%.
agreed.
And they both are the ones that talk to their parents. Both the
Ooh.
other couples talk to friends. And I
Except
think,
Nate. Nate talked to his dad.
True.
Yeah,
But Sheila
agreed.
didn't talk to her parents.
Right. Yeah.
So, like, both of
Right.
them, I think, had really strong examples of what a marriage was, even though I really don't think that Ashley's parents are married, but they're just together.
33 years. I'm not sure, but I
But
still was
I
wondering
think
about that.
that played a huge role in the outcome of their relationship.
Sure, absolutely.
That's
and
true.
and the fact that Ashley's mom already knew, like, I know what your decision's gonna be.
Yeah.
And I feel like I knew that from the gate.
Everyone
Yeah.
knew it.
Everyone
Ashley,
knew.
all she wants to do is get pregnant. She's gonna. I mean, come on.
Oh, you didn't see the previews. We'll save that. All right, so we
I
like
heard it. No.
They
They said, "Are you pregnant now?"
And they said we have something to tell you.
you.
I know they can't tell us, but are you pregnant? Are you guys pregnant?
Watch
We're
it be. We have
excited.
something to tell you. We got a puppy. It's gonna be something
Deshola,
like that.
Deshola actually called it. If they are, you called it like 4 episodes ago. You said
Yeah.
your premonition was that she's already pregnant.
Probably. And then I said that. But then remember, I said also, I feel like for whatever reason, Cody and Danielle are gonna get pregnant also.
Oh, okay.
And then they're
Whoa,
gonna be
I
like,
don't
they're
remember
gonna be.
that.
That's- I was-
I said that once.
That
I
is
said,
a bold
I said,
prediction.
watch
Why
them
didn't I
surprise
remember
you
that?
all. It was at the end of my prediction. I said, watch them surprise you and become the first ones who become pregnant. My hands go everywhere.
I
By
know,
the way,
same.
if you get, I'm like this because I'm so excited. I'm like, watch them become pregnant.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
I want your all's opinion. I was dying. I actually was tweeting one of our loyal fans this as well. What did you all think of Angie's advice to Danielle? It was very much highlighting the fact that Cody kept bringing up the sex thing.
Oh,
and
yeah.
and what did you guys think about that advice? Anyone have an opinion on that?
I just think that I don't really have an opinion because it's like I feel like we've already heard them talk about this situation
Yeah.
for so many times.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think that she was there to support her friend, and she was doing a good job to try to get her through whatever she may be, going through internally.
Yeah.
I mean, I think she did a good job, but I
was
didn't have
surprised.
any what were you surprised
Yeah,
about?
why?
I was just surprised. I felt that the advice, I think it was a very good girlfriend's advice. Like a girlfriend talking to another girlfriend, supporting what she feels uncomfortable about. But again, I might be biased because I'm a coach, and I'm more of like the what's in the hows. Like, well, what do you think about that? And how did you co-contribute to that situation as opposed to just talking? I'm a weirdo, I know. And according to one, and I said to you guys while we were all watching, I was like, maybe that's just me. But a lot of the people on
think it
Twitter.
is just you.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah, I
A
think-
lot of people on Twitter
I
loved
think
her
so,
advice.
Heather.
Yeah, they were. Shut up, Dave. Shut up.
Her response, I think it's just you.
It was. No, she's right. And Cody talked to Zach. Who was surprised Cody didn't talk to his brother?
Me?
I was kind of wondering that, but I guess he probably is a little upset with his brother because he's like, I don't want your advice. You already have a happy relationship. See ya.
Well, you know what though? When I think about it, we know they all spoke to everyone. I'm sure Sheila spoke to her parents, and I'm sure
Yeah.
Cody really spoke to his brother. But maybe for the final, thing, they wanted to bring in some different people, because that could be a part of it.
Like the best man.
Yeah, like something to make it a little different, so we see new faces, because we've seen the brother and the sister, or the brother and the girlfriend, I guess.
Yeah.
Many
Future
times.
sister-in-law.
Yeah, the ones he's a little jealous about.
Yeah. What about Sheila talking with Tyreek in the background?
I thought that was so weird. It seemed like such a private conversation, and he was like a fly on the wall that was like a big fly on the wall, like a visible fly on the wall.
Yeah.
I mean, he lives there though. That's what happens when you live. That's like the real life. That's
guess
what
that
happens
is real
when
life.
you live with
But then why didn't she go in the bedroom and have that?
Because that's real life.
Happy Mom's asking the same thing. Happy Mom, hi Happy Mom on the live chat says, why wouldn't Nate's brother leave the living room while Sheila was talking to her friend about the final decision? Oh, she called him a creep for staying. I didn't catch that. Did she call him a creep for staying?
Yeah, because she walked. It was the first thing she said to him.
Oh, I thought he was just a creep for eating.
He's like, I'm trying to live my life and
lunch.
eat. All right, you guys can do what you need to do, but
He was
I'm
like,
chilling.
I didn't sign up for the TV
Exactly.
show.
Like, I'm hungry. Thanks.
All right, so Sheila called, I think, her friend Tamika,
Exactly.
and Nate called his dad. All right, Sheila called, I think, Tamika, her friend. Nate called his dad. Sheila wanted to make sure she got advice from somebody who was already in a relationship, and she had 5 years experience. I hope I'm getting her name right, Tamika. I thought Tamika's advice was great. She was literally very transparent and said, look, we're 5 years married, and we still don't have it figured out. And that was pretty realistic. Oh, that makes me think. Sorry. I want to also kudos to Cody. Cody literally said, I think everyone's expecting me and everyone else in relationships to have this like life in the clouds, and that relationships aren't like that. I thought that was very much aware and awakened to make a comment like that, because they're not always in the clouds.
Yeah.
Nate's dad, I'm surprised he called his dad.
Yeah, me too. His dad seemed like he was a mess. Like, remember like at the wedding and everything, he just... Well,
he seems like a
I'm
mama's
not saying
boy.
it. Look, I say how it is. I'm sorry, like Nate. I'm not saying I don't know your dad, but at the wedding he was tripping. You know what I mean? He was, whether he was joking or not, he was tripping a little bit. So we were all surprised that he was the one that you called.
Well, because he seems like he has such a strong connection with his mom.
Yeah,
he
but the
seems
mom
like a
was
mama's boy.
But
she
she's
wouldn't be the one to call.
is not supportive of
Yeah,
the.
she's definitely not
So
the
she'd
one
be
to
like,
call.
yeah.
What I found interesting is why he didn't talk to Tyreek, because he's been up and center
Yeah.
the whole time.
Tyreek doesn't say anything. He's like,
I like Tyreek.
He's like, I don't know. You do whatever you
He's
want.
so cute. Yeah.
But I feel like if you dig into him, you'll get a lot out of him.
I
I
bet
feel like
so,
he's
too.
seen so much.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
He pulls
yes.
Nate to
So-
the side. Nate, you better run. Nate, you better run. I'm just saying. I don't want to say it in front of her, but you know she crazy. No, I'm playing.
Oh my god.
So let's talk about the gift exchanges. That
Yes.
was new this season.
Yes.
Okay,
Like
now
that.
this, I got emotional again. I screenshotted my goosebumps and sent it to Danielle on Twitter. I was like, oh my God. Her words. Her words when she gave Cody the yours, mine, ours, drinking.
Bald.
Yeah, I started
Again.
crying again. I was emotional. I couldn't help it. I thought it was great. I
Yeah.
thought it was very wonderful. I don't remember exactly what she said. I wish I could quote it, but whatever it was, again, in that moment.
No, I know.
Tell us.
I know we didn't have an old-fashioned marriage, but we have an old-fashioned love.
Oh my God. that was
Yes.
just amazing. That was just wonderful.
And then there was 2 glasses, yours,
I don't like
mine,
cliche
and then
lines like that.
the bottle was said ours.
Yes, it was wonderful. And Cody's necklace.
Yes.
Now, do
And
you
he
really
was
think that necklace, like when he bought that necklace, do you think there was a card that said, this is a card of winding roads? This necklace symbolizes
No,
winding.
I don't.
I think he made that up, which is slick.
Yeah.
Right?
No, I think that they both showed their maturity from the beginning to now, and they've shown that, you know what, it's going to be hard. It's not going to be easy, but we're going to make it work. And you really see that, and I feel as if this episode really showed me their commitment to each other and their commitment to the process. And also, I just wanted to say that Danielle had said that when they were, I can't remember what scenario they were in, who they were talking to, but she said that she was reminded of what she wanted in a partner. And it was true because, in the surface level, there's cameras, there's people asking you questions, there's all these things stimulated that experience where it almost takes away the novelty of what you wanted in the beginning, why you signed up for the process, why you signed up to be married at first sight. So I was really glad that she stated that she was reminded of what she wanted in a partner, because at the end of the day, Cody is a prime example of all those things that she wanted.
Totally. Even the whole, like, how thoughtful he is.
Yeah.
That was the
I was
key.
just gonna say that. Like, he would do anything, literally anything to make her happy.
And I think that she's really, once the cameras are away, I really think that next week we're going to see a really great connection between them. Because they already have this, like, goofy, fun, quirky relationship going on. And it's just, they just need that romance to spark.
Yeah.
And I think eventually it will. I think that romance will spark within a couple months.
You think with the cameras being off that will happen?
Yes.
Okay. Because so we know from Sheila's tweets that they're already a year. It's already been a year.
Yeah.
Because I know when she was going back and forth with fans and they were like, we had the same issues a year ago, which isn't hard to believe that it's been a full year.
Right.
So we'll see. We say in a couple months, but it's already been done. So we don't know what's coming.
Well, you know, I think that.
Desola did just leave
Oh my
you.
gosh.
Did you just have that? Did you really?
He just looked at me like, oh my gosh, it
Well,
just
because I
left.
forgot, because it was what she had to say. Then you said
We were talking about thoughtful.
about Danielle and Cody.
Being
Oh,
thoughtful,
okay, yeah.
yeah.
You remember I said in the beginning, or a little while back, I said, at the end of the day, Danielle and Cody are the most normal couple out of
Yes,
everyone.
you
They
did.
really are.
Yes.
Like the other ones
you
are
harped on that.
very advanced and, you know, or maybe impulsive.
Right.
And, you know, when you're looking for people for a show, of course they need people like that.
Yeah.
So they need the people who are going to really, you know, who are very impulsive and fall in love, because it makes for good TV and they'll really feel it. But you also need a couple like Danielle and Cody who are like realistic and are like, you know, it doesn't happen like that. Like, you really don't, typically, the majority of people don't fall in love in a day, you know?
Yeah.
So I think that they will, if they can, you know, get past everything, and if the cameras really were the issue, they have a chance. I really believe they do.
Yeah.
I like them. I like them a lot.
No, I
Like,
do
as
too.
people, I don't know them in real life, but it seems like they're just so cool, like on social media and everything. Cody's the best.
Yeah.
Yes.
So who's-
Cody's awesome.
If you don't
I
know
love
him, you need to
Cody.
follow him on Instagram and Twitter. He's really funny. He's
Yeah.
great.
And his responses to people are
He's
just
really
fabulous.
nice.
They're
Yeah,
great.
he's
They're
very
fabulous.
quirky and he's quick with it.
Mm-hmm.
It's great.
I did notice that towards the end of like the last like 5 to 6 episodes, two of the couples stopped tweeting as much during the show, and I do think that was probably a positive thing that kept them going, because it is hard dealing with all that backlash and dealing with all that stuff, watching it together, going through that. So to piggyback off what you said, I think that Cody being as responsive as he was, again, we're really seeing his maturity and how he responds and everything like that.
Who stopped tweeting?
Really, Ashley and Anthony didn't really tweet, unless I just wasn't looking. I didn't see A Squared tweeting a lot.
could have
I didn't
sworn
see
that-
Danielle tweeting a lot during the show. Nate always tweeted during
I
the
thought
show.
I saw somebody somewhere, I don't know, say that like I'm not on social media that much, I'm not on my phone that much, and I don't know
I think it was
what.
Ashley.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
probably.
think-
Because they
I
didn't even,
think
some
you're
of them
right.
didn't even have Twitter before
I'm gonna
the
go
show.
stalk the Twitters
So
of
you
Ashley.
saw that I'm
and
not
we'll see
making
it.
that up.
No,
Yes.
I'm pretty sure.
Someone was like, I think that they basically, this show has prompted them to be on
Correct.
social media
Yeah.
more.
Which
So
makes
I
sense.
think they probably just, get busy with their lives and forget about it.
Yeah, which I think is great.
Yeah.
I actually think that's a very positive thing. I want to talk about the gift that Ashley got Anthony. The vows,
Yeah.
rewriting the vows or typing them, I'm not sure what they were, with the pictures from their wedding. Again, she killed it with another great gift. Now, didn't she give like the word collage gift in
Yeah.
the beginning?
Yeah.
And then they said to Miko, so he
Yes.
was like, what?
She's such a great gift giver.
Yeah.
Kind of makes me want to, that's gift giving goals right there for
I
me.
can't find it, so
Oh,
I think
well,
I
then she
think you
said
made
it.
it up. Yeah.
No,
Oh,
you didn't.
maybe I did. I don't know. But I'm giving them props for the reason that.
Yeah.
Because if you think about it, you just get busy with your life. You're working, and she's
Whoever-
a manager of a bar. You can't be like you're not walking around with your
I
phone
mean,
all day.
don't get me started on whoever has time to tweet for 8 hours out of the day nonstop in conversations. I have no clue. That's like nearly impossible. So I agree, but I think it's healthy for them not to tweet.
I think it's easy to tweet.
Oh,
I think it's
they're
hard. I
honey
think it's hard to have conversations, but it's how easy it is to take out your phone and say, "I'm so hungry. I want Cafe Rio. Send." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that's so
It's just
easy.
like a text.
Like exactly.
Yeah.
But I guess what you're saying, like responding to everyone, yeah, that would be something.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
I mean, not my Twitter because it's dead. But the others, like on this
no
show,
one's tweeting at me.
I'm just saying, but them, yeah, it'd be hard.
So anyway, gift giving. I thought the gift was great. Now wait, did Anthony get her a gift?
Not that I remember.
I don't. It wasn't set up as a
gift giving.
I think it just happened.
It was a
naturally
symbol.
happened.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, because Danielle and Cody said that they wanted to get gifts for each other because they felt as if no matter what happens with the decision, they wanted to have a symbol that represented their relationship and what they did together.
Yeah.
So that was their reason. And Ashley's was just that, you know, I think she wanted to prove to Anthony, I'm in it for the long run. This is my proof. You know what I mean? She needed that kind of reassurance, and she wanted to put everything else on the table before decision day because she didn't know what was going to happen.
Yes. Oh, let's talk about Duhan Dynasty and Nate and his role playing. Now, he does this quite often. This was one thing that I loved about the couple, where often she was like, do you know where my husband is? You know my husband's going to get back? Now, dinner, he acted as the waiter at first. Amazing. Like, this is amazing. Men out there, take notes. Make dinner for your wife. Role play with your wife, and I'm talking about friendly role playing like dinners when you're getting in the car, all of the above. This made it exciting. Now, was that not great to watch on this? Like, that to me again was a no-brainer. Spoiler: they're staying married.
I was thinking that would be so awkward though. Like, but I guess it'll make it fun and funny and it was just weird that I was thinking like I don't think I could do that. You know, like straight up just be like, you know, really just stay in character, because he really was like staying in character. You know, like his voice wasn't like he wasn't laughing or anything. It didn't seem like he was like, yeah, ma'am. And no, he said, what did he say? He said all of my shots are pre-made or something.
In Galena or something.
Yeah, and I was just like, wow, he's serious. I wouldn't have been able to do it.
So wait, Desola, you're saying you wouldn't be able to be the the person providing dinner and being a waiter for the
I couldn't. I mean, I could. I mean, I'd be like this. Like, I'd say, okay, here we literally like that. I'm like, I made you some nice cookies. There you go.
Oh my God.
By the way, our wonderful engineer, follow at Jim in the Booth, made us amazing cookies.
You know the man who's amazing at the sound effects? Because I just want to say all of you last week were saying whoever's on sound effects was killing the game.
Yeah,
and
so go
yes, he
follow
was.
Jim in the Booth.
Yes.
And you will be able to compliment him. You're welcome.
I loved that he did that. I loved that he did that at the dinner. I thought that was it. Because relationships can get boring, okay? And relationships are work.
But
right?
it's been 7 weeks.
Day in and day out with a camera, you can still. It's like, oh my God.
I don't think you get bored. If anything, it would be a fun thing to talk about.
I mean, we would hope so. I don't know. Did it look fun for everybody on this show? Not the whole time.
Yeah, I don't think they liked it very much. None of them. I don't think any of them liked it.
What did you say? Oh, you said that earlier. You were like that they all. It's very obvious that they all are like against like the.
I think that they're ready to just have this process and be like move. They all said that too.
Yes.
We're like, I'm ready to start our lives together after this experiment.
Yes.
Which is such a good sign,
Yeah.
because it goes to show none of them wanted like the fame of being on a reality television show.
I'm telling
Right.
you what, I believe it. This is everybody we saw. It's like whether some of them were self-sabotaging or not, this group really wanted to be married. 110%.
And maybe they thought it was going to be something different, and when they really got on the show, they're like, "Oh no, I don't want this." You know, because sometimes you go into things and they might have thought it would be really cool to be on TV, and then they realize, wait, I really have to like give my all and like put my entire life out there. Which I have to say, honestly, I know that we really do like. It probably feels like we're judging you all because I guess we kind of are, but that's kind of what we have to do.
Job, yeah.
You know, but I really admire you all because it would be really hard for me. Like, if I had to be on the show and in their position, I probably would be like Cody and Danielle, honestly, because I'd feel just so uncomfortable because, you know, having to, like, say everything, you know, like...
be, like, 100% yourself.
Yeah, vulnerable, because, you know, there's some things that you just kind of keep quiet because, you know, people are going to react a certain way, so...
But I think it's a double-edged sword, too, because it forces you to, like...
Become more open. Yeah,
and that is something that Sheila said. I've learned so much about myself through this process, and she said I realized that my words have an effect on people.
I wrote that down.
I was really happy that she said that, because it is sometimes, if you're watching yourself fight with somebody and you're seeing that, I can't even imagine what that's like, because we've all been in a fight where you almost are kind of thinking, what did I even say? What did I, like, how did that even come about? What are we even fighting about? And so being able to watch that back, I can only imagine how kind of startling that is to see yourself in a state that you never want to be in. So I was really glad that she brought attention to the fact that I should not like say words like
But remember, she said that before even watching this. So that, like, because she said, yeah. So that to me, I wrote that down. I was talking about who really grew. And I really do believe out of all the couples, and I've said this from day one, I've been the Sheila and Nate fan, 110. Her passion and his ability to, like, keep bringing it down in faith and be humble even when he wasn't wrong some of the time, that showed how strong they were. But I feel that them as a couple, every time they're talking, every time they're getting curious with each other at the dinner table, it's about growth. Every single time. So I thought that was really, I noticed that too, about how they grew and how difficult it to be. And I do think that being on air, this would be hard, but even more
Terribly
so,
hard.
people are going to make assumptions,
right?
And which is why we saw them do the backlash from editing, because they were like, that's not how it went. But people are going to believe what they want to believe, and you can't fight that. So that, I think, is the most difficult, is dealing with the social media and how heavily that is in total. But all three of these couples, again, I'm excited. Welcome back, MAFs, because I think you were going to lose a lot of people. If this one didn't go good. So.
Well, and it's heartwarming to see that these couples are excited to grow and move forward, rather than I was thinking that after hearing them talk to each other and say, I want to still be married, I felt relief for them. It almost felt like this wall just shattered in between them, and they both all, like, every couple I saw them, even though even if they were strong, if they weren't strong, I felt as if they all just came together. After that wall was shattered, they were able to just drop everything how they felt before. They even walked in that room, and they all were excited to move on.
Yes. Now that makes me want to ask this question to all of you at the table. Tessa, we'll start with you. Who do you think gave an authentic answer, and who do you think gave the answer because the other person's answer?
To what? To like
to
staying
the
married?
decision, to the decision day.
Oh, yes. Let's get to that.
Yes. Who do you think gave an authentic answer, and who do you think gave an answer because of what the other person said?
Okay, well, it is interesting too because all the women spoke first.
Yeah.
Ashley, not surprised what she said. Anthony, I'm not surprised either. He really fell for her, and I think he almost needed to hear her say it like that for then him to say the L word, and then she said the L word. I don't think her answer influenced his.
The L word.
The L word.
Okay.
What I found really interesting about Nate and Sheila, and I might go off topic.
Yeah, don't digress. Wait, let's answer the question, then we can go back. I'm just kidding.
No, I want to know now.
Yeah, no,
you got me on the edge of my seat.
Sheila said that when asked the question, this was the happiest, healthiest relationship she's ever been in.
Shocked.
This?
She said,
which was
and
very
I quote,
interesting to me as an arranged marriage. That's the happiest, healthiest.
This is the happiest, healthiest relationship I've ever been in.
Well, that's kind of scary.
Well,
I'm saying,
that was my thought.
Honestly.
So I kind of worry about what's going to happen moving forward because, as we've all seen, tons of ups and downs with them. So that was kind of startling to me, and I almost feel like Nate kind of picked up on that. My opinion.
Okay.
But I didn't think...
Do you think both of their yeses were authentic?
Sheila's yes.
Okay.
Nate's, knew he would say yes. I feel like if she said no, I feel like he still would have wanted to try, to be honest.
Okay. And then?
Cody and Danielle.
Yes.
I was shocked when Danielle said yes. And I feel like I could tell instantly that she was going to, which I think surprised me the most. Because she kind of had that, like, warm, loving voice. And I was not expecting that.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that did change Cody's opinion.
So you think Cody was not going to say yes?
Because I think Cody thought she would say no.
Yeah.
That's why. I think he was starting to put his wall up.
Yeah.
And I think he was bracing for a no. And then when he got the yes, it was like, wait, really?
Yeah.
You know, like, we actually get to
You
try
actually
this
like
more?
me?
Oh, yeah. Okay, cool. Ally,
really,
Ally, what do you
really
think? What do you think?
I kind of agree with Tessa on that. I think that leading up to this day, I think Cody, in his mind, maybe was always kind of thinking, I'll base it off of what. Because I think he originally, in his head, had no matter what, he wanted to say yes.
Yeah, he
but
wanted
I
to
think he was nervous and subjective towards whatever Danielle wanted, because I think also Cody wouldn't have wanted to make her feel awkward. So he would have been thinking, you know what, let's just, we can go our separate ways as much as I want to try to make this work. He wouldn't want to force her to be in something she doesn't want to be in. But like I said, I think that it would have been like that in that situation they had at the honeymoon, or not the honeymoon, when they went back to their wedding spot and they were sitting on the deck and she goes, "How much do you trust me?" And then she had just beforehand said something bad and he said 4. I think that was his like protective mode, was to say 4 to be kind of feeling like they were on the same page, you know. And so I think maybe that's what I was thinking would happen if maybe Danielle wouldn't have said yes. But do I think it was genuine that he wanted to say yes? Yes, 100%. I think that all of the couples, I think they all wanted to stay together for different, multiple reasons.
So you're saying 6 for 6 authentic answers?
Yeah, authentic answers.
Okay,
I'm saying, could they have been different if someone else would have said no? Maybe, yeah. But I think that they all wanted to say yes.
What do you think? Do you think that that the answers of all the yeses were because they really wanted to, or because the other person said yes?
I think that Ally posed some great reasonings right there, and
Thanks, Desola.
you really did, which helped my answer right now. So I'm going to say that, first of all, Cody and Danielle, I feel like I understand Cody as a person. Like, I can relate to him just for whatever reason. I mean, I could be wrong, but I think it's like, you know, it's like
So
I
Cody,
feel like I
if
know
you're ever
you.
in LA, Desola wants to
Let's
hang out.
You know, I feel like I know you, and I feel like Cody's the kind of person where even if he feels a certain kind of way, he doesn't want to put himself out there and get embarrassed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like, it's like maybe I want to stay with her, but then I don't know if she's gonna say yes. So if she says no, then I'm gonna say no, because I don't want to be like, well, you don't want to be with me. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like it's one of those things. Because if she would have said no, I don't think he would have said yes. I don't think he would have said yes at all.
I do.
I think he would have been like, yeah, I don't want to do it either, because I don't think he even wanted to say yes.
So wait. So you
disagree.
think that he only said yes because Danielle said
No,
yes?
I'm not saying that necessarily. Well, yes, kind of. I kind of.
Yeah,
no, you know,
Everyone's
I-
afraid. Don't be afraid.
Okay, well,
Don't be afraid.
Who's me?
I know you
please.
ain't.
No, it's like, you know, I kind of I kind of think he
Love
said it.
over here too.
You know, I kind of think he said it for her, but then I kind of think he said it for himself at the same time. Like, I feel like he wants to be with her, but then if she would have said no, he would have said no also, because he didn't want to, like, be vulnerable and put himself out there. I 100% believe that.
Okay.
I think he went in there planning on not even being with her, because he kept saying, "Oh, I don't think it's gonna work out." You know, if we.
I think that was his defense mode, though.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
the
okay.
defense mode
So
of
do you
it.
think A squared, or is it yes?
I feel like they really love each other. Well, I feel like they really like each other, and I feel like Anthony. Someone mentioned in the chat that Anthony's facial expressions did not match anything he was saying.
His facial expression looked really scared.
You know,
They did.
and I
They
feel
did.
like.
Well, the
he-
baby comment right before didn't help.
Oh my God, he goes, I do not want to do this in 1 year. That's just crazy.
You know,
I was like,
what we have to
"Woo."
remember. We have to remember the fact that the order makes a huge difference. If Anthony would have gone first, I don't know if everything would have came out like that, and I don't know if he would have said yes compared to if she went first. Because once the other person says yes, you feel the guilt immediately. Like, oh my God, I can't do this. I can't
Guilt
do this on
or
TV.
relief.
That's, yeah.
Yeah, there was guilt with all of them.
But that's kind of like when you're saying I love you to someone. If they say it, you either are going to feel relief or you're going to feel guilt because you don't want
But
to
it's one of those
say
things.
it.
And did you not notice
True.
Anthony did not say it until she said, "I want to be with you." Then at the end, he said, "I love you." Do you get what I'm saying? So it's like.
But maybe he needed that reassurance.
I think he did, but I don't know.
But that's the point, though. That's the point of the whole thing. It's kind of like, you don't want to say anything because you don't know yet, and you don't want to put yourself out there. And then once they say it, you're like, okay, I guess I can say it now. With Anthony, I don't know if he 100%. I don't know if he was 100% about it. I don't think he was, but I do think he really wants to be with her. But I don't know if he's 100% about it.
What do you
It
think
just
about
didn't-
Sheila and Nate?
I never thought that they weren't going to say no.
Me too.
I thought they were going to be together no matter what. I don't know if they're going to last, but
I think they are going to last.
I Oh my
God, they are.
I
They're
think
gonna
that,
last
forever. I don't think so.
yeah,
I know,
I
they're
think
gonna
I think they're a little too crazy.
But
Hands
the way that they just get back into it, it's great.
I said
Yeah.
it.
I think that's
no,
toxic. I don't-
know.
how
I
is this
said
her
it on
best
Twitter. I
relationship?
said it on Twitter, and he reposted it, I think, or he liked it, one or the other. It literally is where there is polarity, ladies and gentlemen. It exists in life everywhere. Where there is that much passion, and I'm using the word passion on purpose, there is that much love. So the fact that they are that intense when they argue really, to me, shows how intense they are when they love each other. Now, I personally think that, before we go to live chats, I personally think that I think A squared would have been a yes no matter who went first. Duhan Dynasty would have been a yes no matter who went first. I do have to say, I only think Cody said yes because Danielle said yes. And I do think Danielle looked worried that Cody wasn't going to say it, which was cute as ever, and I think that was noticeable. But I do believe that not because Cody wasn't in love with her or wanted to be married, like Ally said, I just think that he was already like, there's no way she's going to say
exactly.
yes.
And can I just say, it almost was like she was kind of not pleading with him, but kind of like pleading her case, like I really do like you, I really do care about you. She said that, but it was in a way like very like, like, let's do this, in a way where because she knew he was going to say no. Like, I feel like they both felt each other's energy, which is why she had to say it that way. Like, I really do like you, like, it's just all this that's going on.
What do they think in the live chat? What do they think?
Oh,
in the
they're
live
saying
chat?
a lot in the live chat.
So
Let's
who
get to
thinks
the
it was
chat.
authentic? Who doesn't?
All right, so so. But first of all, I wanted to say this though, real quick, because this one threw me off. CJ Lyon said, "Let's hope that Nate's brother doesn't interfere." And I'm like, with the relationship, like I never felt that being anything, but you never know.
Yeah.
I mean, he might have put him to the side, like I said, put him, said, hey, you know what I'm saying? They don't know about this. But also, let's see. So Winnie Paul said, no, that one didn't work out. Where? All right, perfect. All right, so Janelle says, I think all of them, because everyone was saying stuff about it, kind of, sorry. I think all of them are authentic. Anthony is just uncomfortable, I think awkward. I think what we didn't see with Cody and Danielle is their chemistry.
Oh,
hey.
The show didn't show it.
No, they didn't.
Yeah, like I said, every time they walked away, they would be laughing in the distance somewhere, holding hands.
Totally, and that's it. That's all they didn't have was no sex, and that's why I said, I'm like, if no sex was the only thing you didn't have, like that ain't that big of a deal. Well, Jamie and Doug never had
Someone
sex.
mentioned they tried to escape the cameras. Remember, like
What?
Like by them going away, like running away, like holding hands, laughing, whatever. It's like they were compassionate or passionate with each other, like off of camera, when the camera's like not right there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I think that
Like
that's
all of
why
those scenes.
I think that they're gonna do really well when like the cameras go away, because I think they're gonna be able to be their normal
be comfortable.
selves.
You know what I
Cody
mean?
will be able to be his goofy, fun self.
Yeah.
I think it'll be great.
Sailor Girl for Life says, I don't think that Nate and Sheila will last because that passion will become exhausting.
I agree with you.
It's a lot.
Happy Mom says, Cody and Danielle, a power struggle of egos. Now that to me is interesting. I love talking about
power
egos,
struggle
but
of
I
egos.
did not necessarily see the ego. I did not see that.
I don't see the ego.
And let's talk about recaps. That's a good lead in. So let's talk about the highlights of the show. What to you was the most shocking moment, or the most exciting moment, or the most annoying moment? Just tell me about
we
the
all
moment.
know the most annoying moment.
Yeah, just tell me what you think overall was the moment you remember most about this season 5.
The whole season?
Yeah, whatever you think.
It's
Whatever
a
you
long
got.
season. There's a
That
lot of
was
things.
Big question.
There's a lot of things to think about.
Well, I'll just say, I mean, it's obvious for me, but the fact that Cody and Danielle stayed together was a
Your
huge
shocker.
shocker for me
Your
today.
shocker.
I literally stood up out of my chair.
Yeah,
I was
she
like,
did.
What is going on?
Yeah, she did. She was like, woo, woo!
And then we high-fived.
Yeah. Allie, what about
I'm
you, girl?
happy, though. I'm so happy you guys are
Yeah.
together.
I love this.
I didn't see it.
Yeah.
What about you, girl?
I guess the most annoying thing was find another storyline than not consummating the marriage. Or actually on Twitter, I saw that they were retweeting that someone said, you constipated
Yeah,
the
Jamie and Doug
marriage."
didn't constipate the marriage. And they were like, we didn't constipate in the marriage. That was
That
great.
was really funny. I saw that on Twitter. But yeah, I think they could have found a different, or just, bring it up, but not to where... I mean, I think it was refreshing because we did not hear it except once this episode.
Yeah.
It was really refreshing. So, I don't know. I guess that would be my only annoyance because there's so much more to them as people and as a couple that we could have focused on. And what? Why are you laughing?
Because she said, what was the most shocking thing? And you said that would be the most annoying thing,
She said shocking,
Yeah, shocking,
annoying.
annoying.
Oh,
Whatever
okay,
comes
sorry.
up.
I was
Yeah.
like, she told
Yes.
annoying, like, God.
Whatever comes up.
Ooh, you just gave me my answer, by the way.
Oh!
All right, you go
Yes.
for it.
Go.
All right. Man, Sheila's going to hate me this episode. I really think you're cool, but I just have to say, I am so happy I don't have to hear her say "and" ever again in my life. Oh my gosh. Did no one ever notice that
No.
every episode she says, and, after everything, she was like, so Nate and I, we got an argument, and
You just shattered
I
glass for
realized
me.
that, no, she literally said,
Oh my god, I know.
yes.
Every, like I noticed on his
Like literally every second, and But anyways, you know,
You literally, you know that moment. Have you guys ever watched How I Met Your Mother about the Shattered Glass
love that
episode?
show.
Yes, it's my favorite show. On the show, they all talk about the shattered glass things that each person does that annoys them.
Yeah.
Because Ted always has to correct someone, and then Lily, I forget what it was, but anyways, there was a girl that Ted was dating at the time, and he was going on dates and really liking her, and she would talk all the time, and they're like, "How do you not realize it?" And as soon as he realized it, he stepped
And then
back
you
and was
thought
just
about
like,
it?
So Ally
oh
just
my
had
God.
her
So I
done
just had
stuff.
my
you're like,
shattered
and,
glass.
because it was literally that was her favorite word, and, but it was like elongated.
But can I give one more?
Yes.
Because a huge shocker for me was a gradual one, was Nate. As a
Oh,
person.
yeah.
Oh
Nate,
my God, yes.
I thought
That's a
you were
great
kind
one.
of like a bratty, douchey dude.
100%.
And you're not.
never
You're
He's
like
so
the most
genuine.
genuine, loving, like,
person ever.
yeah.
So that was your big shocker, the shift in Nate, or at least what we saw in Nate. toward
Uh-huh.
you. Yeah,
That's
definitely.
fair. That was a good point.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I didn't believe
in
him.
the beginning.
I
You
thought
were
he was
like,
so
you thought it was
fake.
cheesy.
I thought he was
Yeah.
lying to her,
Yeah,
but then
no
he
way.
kept it
Yeah,
going.
Desola had real strong
I was
feelings.
like,
Yeah.
what's wrong? Like at the wedding, I still don't believe anything you said at the wedding, Nate. Come on, like, oh, I'm so glad. Like, I know we're meant to be. I'm like, you don't even know her name. Stop. But look what happened. They stayed together.
Yeah, no, I
So-
thought it was great. I think mine was one of my favorite moments was Nate at the wine place.
Oh, yeah.
Where he did the 5 steps to like learn how to be a wine connoisseur, and then I was expecting him to at dinner, you know, when he slurp, you know, that's my part of wine
What?
tasting.
That
It's
was
slurping.
what?
Like, so that was my favorite.
That was
So
the best.
all right, so let's wrap it up. Let's talk about predictions because we do have one episode left for next week. So let's get into some predictions.
Your AfterBuzz TV prediction.
Tessa, talk to me. What do you think we're going to see next week on the reunion? Where are we at in 6
I don't
months?
know. I'm kind of upset that my initial predictions didn't come true.
That's okay, girlfriend.
But
we believe in
I
you.
give it 3 for 3 now for like 5 years. I see
Yeah.
them all in 5 years still together.
I'm saying 3 for 3.
And Ashley and Anthony are pregnant.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
They show up.
Hi. I think that I think for the first 6 months, like right now, everyone is still together. Or 6 months ago, they're still together. But now I don't know. Like I said, I don't think in the long run Sheila and Nate will stay together. Too much. It's just a lot. It's a lot. And if this is the healthiest relationship she's been in, I don't know. Cody and Danielle, you never know. I feel like they might just fall for each other because they both seem like they have nice personalities, you know, and I like them a lot. And I think they're like my favorite just for whatever reason. And then Anthony and Ashley, they're they're gonna have like 5 kids, probably 6, 7, 8. Live right next door to her sister. So.
Okay, so let's see. So my predictions for next week is I think we're gonna have, even though I hate to say this because I've been rocking 3 for 3 for all 15 episodes, I think we are gonna see 2 out of 3. I think A Squared still married, Duhan Dynasty still married, and I think that we're gonna see Cody and Danielle split. I hate saying it, but this is my first time like really going there. But I think that's what we're gonna see.
That's fair.
So we'll see. I hope I'm wrong, but you can catch us next week. We are doing the reunion episode. Where are we at 6 months? I don't know if that's what it's called, but that's what I'm calling it. Tessa, remind them where they can find you.
Tessa_Cevaal.
You can find me on Twitter at Ally Nasta and on Instagram at AllieGirl. And guys, I'm so sorry I can't join you guys next week, but thank you so much for tuning in. We love all of your comments and your tweets. It's been a pleasure. Hopefully we will see you next season.
You can find me at Desola_B. I won't try to spell it again because that was not, that didn't work out. I just want to say the chats, you guys were amazing. It was popping today. So thank you to all of you in the chats. You had a lot of things to say. We'll see you next week.
Yes, and all social media outlets. I'm at Heather Yerrid. Good morning and good evening. We'll see you next week.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.